Okay, so let's dive in. We're looking at crypto in 2025. And I think the big question on a lot of people's minds is, uh, can you still make serious money here?
Right.
Or did we sort of miss the boat on those crazy early games?
Yeah, that feeling is definitely out there. Like maybe the gold rush is over.
Exactly. So today we're digging into what the sources say about the current crypto landscape, what the opportunities look like now. It's got to be more than just buy low, sell high at this point,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. The whole space has, well, it's evolved quite a bit.
Oh, so.
Well, think back to the real Wild West days, meme coins popping off, the huge NFT boom. It was pretty chaotic.
Yeah, feels like ages ago now.
It does. But now we're seeing, maturing market. There's more regulation coming in, which changes things. We're seeing actual real world uses starting to take shape. And importantly, big money, institutional investment is flowing in. It's just a different beast now.
So less wild, maybe more.
Something like that, yeah. And the big players, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're still absolutely central to the conversation.
Right, you can't ignore them.
It,
Bitcoin hit some new highs recently.
it did. And for a lot of investors, any significant dip now is seen more as a buying opportunity for the long haul.
So still potential there, even if it's not like 100x gains overnight.
Well, doubling or tripling your investment over the longer term, that still seems like a possibility some are banking on. And crucially, those Bitcoin ETFs.
Ah, yeah, they made a splash.
Huge. Made it so much easier for, regular investors to get exposure without needing a crypto wallet directly. Big step for mainstream access.
Okay, so Bitcoin and Ethereum are still foundational. But for potentially bigger percentage gains, are people looking elsewhere?
That's where it gets interesting. People are looking deeper. Think about layer 2 solutions, stuff like Arbitrum, Optimism.
Right, built on top of Ethereum, basically.
Yeah, exactly. They're designed to help Ethereum scale, handle more transactions, faster, and crucially cheaper. That scalability is, well, it's vital if crypto is going to be used more widely.
So improving the existing infrastructure.
Hmm.
Makes sense. What else is bubbling up?
Real-world asset tokens, or RWAs. This is a big one.
Okay, acquire that.
Basically, taking tangible things like real estate, company stocks, even carbon credits, and representing them as tokens on a blockchain.
Huh. So tokenizing actual stuff, what's the point?
Potential for more efficiency, easier trading, broader access to assets that were maybe harder to invest in before. It sort of bridges the traditional finance world and crypto.
Interesting. And I keep hearing about AI, too.
Oh, yeah. The intersection of AI and crypto, that's generating a lot of buzz. Tokens linked to AI projects or using AI within blockchain systems.
Sounds complex. High potential, maybe high risk.
Definitely both. It's very early days for that specific niche, so investor interest is high, but the long-term value is still being figured out.
Which brings us to strategy, I guess. Because with all these options-established coins, Layer 2s, RWAs, AI tokens, you can't just jump on every bandwagon.
No, absolutely not. Chasing hype, especially in crypto, is probably the fastest way to lose your shirt. That hasn't changed.
So what's the smart approach in 2025 then?
It's really about shifting from like a gambler's mindset to an investor's mindset. You need to look for projects with actual substance.
Meaning?
Real use cases. Is this thing actually solving a problem? Is there a strong team behind it? Do they have a clear long-term vision, not just trying to pump the price? Due diligence is key.
So homework required.
Lots of it. And another critical piece, especially in a market this volatile, is having an exit strategy.
Knowing when to sell. That's tough.
It is. Crypto markets are driven so much by emotion, right? You get the FOMO fear of missing out, pushing prices up, then panic selling when they dip.
Yeah, classic roller coaster.
So you need to plan your moves. Decide beforehand, at what point you'll take some profits off the table, diversify your investments too. Don't put everything in one basket.
And try not to fall in love with your investments.
Exactly. Don't marry your bags, as they say. Be objective about when it's time to move on or rebalance.
Okay, so wrapping this up then. It sounds like, yes, building wealth in crypto is still on the table for 2025.
I think so, yes.
But it's not the lottery ticket it might have seemed like years ago. It demands a much more thoughtful approach.
Precisely. It takes work. Studying the market, understanding the tech, managing your risk effectively, and acting with discipline. It's about strategy, not just luck.
The crypto space isn't dead, just different, evolving.
It's evolving fast, maturing, finding its footing in relation to traditional systems. The opportunities are there, but yeah, they require a smarter perspective.
All right. So a final thought to leave folks with. We've talked about AI and crypto merging. Given how fast tech and finance keep changing, what other surprising intersections, maybe things we aren't even talking much about yet, could pop up and create the next wave of big opportunities in this crypto world? Something that you want